Good morning, coaster spotters. It is August 15th, and it is day 4 of the European mega trip. This is Alex. Today we are at Fraispertuis City. Just look at the banner below. My pronunciation on that one was absolutely terrible, I know. Anyways, this is a small park located kind of near the German border, and it has 3 coasters. We have the biggest is the El Loco, which you can see right above the entrée sign. This is, or was for a little while, the world's steepest roller coaster. And then there is a Socket coaster, which I'm very excited for after Azteca a few days ago. And then there is a small Tivoli coaster, kiddie coaster. Other things of note, 2 drop rides, one themed to a cactus that does some weird things, and then a Intamin 2nd gen freefall with 4 different ways of riding, and you can actually queue up for those 4 different ways. So we will definitely investigate that. GoPros are allowed. A smaller park though, I'm expecting to stay somewhere between 2 and 3 hours. Then I am moving on to a second park about an hour and 15 minutes north of here. So stay tuned for that vlog, and let's go inside. Hopefully the rain stays away, but keeps the crowds away. It seems like it is. All right, first ride of the day, timber drop. The S&S El Loco into a tree. Awesome. So this is pretty much identical to Steel Hog at Indiana Beach, which I've done. And then El Loco at Adventure Dome isn't all that much different either. So looks fantastic.
Hopefully we can get some clear POVs for the first time, but we'll do a commentary on the first one. All right, here we go. 123-degree drop. Holy woohoo! Oh, nice. So smooth. Outward bank. There we go. Oh, so slow. Oh, those trees are close. Here we go. Oh. Ah, that's a good ride. Great theming, too.
All right, second coaster, Roulette. So just did my first ride on Timber Drop, and I enjoyed it. Just as good as Steel Hog. It's a 2-degree difference on the first drop, but the dropping through the tree really does make a difference. Steel Hog is just a coaster plot down on a field, so not exactly great. So this is gets the thumbs up for me. Really smooth, and definitely going to take a few more rides on it. Yeah, great hang time in that first inversion, the diving loop, and the second one too. So also rode the junior coaster, Ronde Roulettes, something like that. And that was fun for a little kiddie coaster. Again, I got a bunch of those I'll be riding on this trip. That one actually came from Park Asterix. So let's stop talking and do some riding, and I'll do some filming after I'm done riding, because that seems like the smart thing to do. Next up, Grand Canyon. This is a Socket coaster. It was built in 2002 and then expanded in 2005. So I'm very excited for this. As I said before, I really enjoyed my first experience with the socket family coasters, and this one looks really good with some really cool theming. Hey, look! Oh, look at this.
Whoa! Oh yeah!
Alright, so just did Grand Canyon for the first time. I enjoyed it a lot. I actually had some cool laterals. It was a little jerky, but smooth at the same time. You know what? I'm glad I put a lot of sockets on my itinerary for this trip because I haven't met one that I don't like yet so far. This one's got really good theming. It's got like a weird mid-station, felt like an unload. But other than that, it was really good. I think they did a really good job in theming this one. So let's go again in the back seat. Or actually, let's go do a timber drop again before that line gets long. Hey, I've been there. It's like the world's tallest tree. Look at those. I've been there. That's so cool. Shoot theming right there. All right. Here we go! There we go. Hang time. Oh, those trees on the right there are ridiculous. Let's give this drop tower a try. All right. The park's intimate drop tower is called Golden Driller, and as you can see, there's 4 different ways to ride. Regular, tilting, stand-up, tilting, and stand-up floorless. And I love how there's different height requirements for all of them. Alright, let's go sitting first. Oh, this is so cool. Look, different layers. There we go. And it's got newer intimate restraints, just like Jeanménil's.
Oh, and they take your photo. Whoa! Awesome.
All right, next up, sitting while tilting.
C'est comme le cactus en fait. Ah
Whoa.
ouais, t'as vu, c'est comme le cactus. Ça penche.
Okay.
Voilà. Attention, ça va descendre.
I just had to do all 4 sides. So let's continue our dropping. Let's do stand up with floor. I don't think I've ever done a tilting stand up with floor. So, no, I have not. So, technically this is something new to me. Let's see how it compares to acrophobia, because like, that can be a little uncomfortable. Like I can handle it, but it can be a little uncomfortable. Just look at this theming. This is ridiculous for this small little park in France.
Oh.
So, what's really cool about this drop tower is since they run independently of each other, occasionally other ones were dropping and raising at the same time as us. So that was really neat. Look at this theming. This is ridiculous. I'm actually pretty much done. So I am going to actually squeeze in an alpine coaster that's about 45 minutes out of the way to the second park. But before that, let's give a quick little tour of this place because it is super well done. This is not an amusement park. This is more of a theme park, honestly. It's themed to the Wild West and nature, really. I love it. I love a tree-themed ride, to be honest with you. Me loving like hiking and all that stuff, to theme it to a sequoia tree is awesome. So here is the look at the Grand Canyon. up, and one of the final rides is the log flume. We will go on this, and then there's one or two more rides I'm going to ride before leaving and wrapping this up. This looks like a Revichon, and or it's a mock. I'm not sure. I need to phone up on my European log flume manufacturers. But the Golden Driller, obviously stand-up floorless is the best. It's so freaky, just being supported by nothing but your crotch, basically. All right, let's go. Look at this. They actually squeeze you down the boat every single time. That's awesome. Finally getting on a log flume for this trip. Okay, not too bad. And with my quick dry pants, wasn't bad at all. And no, I'm not going to sing some stupid "We're on a log flume" song. So pretty basic log flume, as you saw, one drop, slightly got wet. That's about it. So I am pretty much done with the park. There's no way I could stay here a full day. There's absolutely no way. I didn't expect to be done in about 2 hours though. I think that has to do with the fact that I got here early. It was rainy when I first got here, so I think it kept the crowds away early. I might do Grand Canyon one more time with that line. It's died down a little bit. So let's take a quick look around the park, because while I don't ride a lot of things, I do. So let's take a quick look around the park, because while I don't ride a lot of things, I do appreciate theme parks and amusement parks and all that stuff. So I just like to observe everything and show you guys as well. Now, one of the things that's really cool is right here, they have like a little history wall. So all the history, that's really cool. That right there looks cool. And they've had one other coaster that's gone. It's that one right there. I believe it might be still operating elsewhere, but I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, looks like they've consistently added something like almost every year. So that's fantastic. And as you see, yeah, the Guinness World Record for the steepest drop for God, it wasn't very long though. I think it was a year, if that. And finally, like all the newspaper articles about them, which is really cool. And obviously I can't understand a word of it, but that's cool. Okay, so let's start out by heading over this way and checking everything out in the back of the park. Here it's like a Dumbo ride, but themed to boxes. So in the back here, you have this adorable little log flume for the little ones with beavers. That's freaking adorable. I don't need to say it, but this would never work in America. Although it did work at Camden Park. But that's West Virginia. Is that really America? Here we have King Kong. For a second, I thought it was like one of those Hoos rides I rode a few days ago. Look at this. It's self-operated flume. That's weird. It's so cute, though. So, and this is really cool. Look, there are little boots that you ride in. This reminds me of a ride at Six Flags Over Texas. So, here we have a teacup type ride that does a figure eight, themed to bulls, and a disco. Let's take a look at the disco. Oh, and a little kids train. All right, here's what Stay Bulls should have had for their disco, but they don't. So great theming on that. And we even have kiddie bumper cars. And finally, down on this end is the chuck wagon type deal. There we go. All right, let's head towards the front of the park and check all that out. I haven't even really seen that. And the food stand is themed to a tree. I love this little mine cart that's going back and forth. And yeah, it's a little cold for that today, but that is quite the splash pad. Let me tell you what. I think I'm gonna get a bagel. All right, so about $5. Can you imagine this in the United States? We have a really cool themed rockin' tub and one of those do-it-yourself freefall drops. So the front of the park seems to have pirate theme. So it seems like some of these parks like to do 3 themes. Like Salos de Marseille had 3. Now this is fantastic. Look at this. No way in hell I'm riding this today. But so one thing that's really cool about this splash battle is there are a bunch of targets and they're interactive, so it can set off fire, it can set off all types of different effects. Let's switch watch for a minute. See, there you go, fire. So just a few things more to say about this park. The ride ops are fantastic. They are efficient. And then finally we have one of these things. The line's not too bad, but I know I'm probably hitting a few more on this trip at other parks. So I'm just gonna avoid that. I love the squid theme. As you know, Adventureland used to have one that was themed to crocodiles, and they changed it to like jet skis, and I don't like it as much. I love this little bridge right here, the train. That's really cool.
Aussi grosse qu'un bateau, possédant des tentacules gigantesques.
Oh, tout ça me donne la chair de poule.
Cette créature marine aurait, dit-on, Une telle force qu'elle pourrait renverser un galion comme une vulgaire coquille de noix.
I assume they're welcoming us to this place, but I have no idea what they're saying. But pretty good animatronics for this little park. Alright, next up, let's do this cactus ride. Alright, here we go on the cactus ride, which would be like a normal kid's tower. I wouldn't even think about doing, except for what it does at the end. I'm a little terrified. Plus lap bar only. With a lap bar that's like very similar to the SNSL logo. Okay, I'm legitimately terrified right now because I don't know when it's going to happen. Oh, no? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no, I think it's happening. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not right. Alright, so legitimately, that was more terrifying than Falcon's Fury. Just overall, because you never know, at least the first time, it was terrifying. I'm sure if I rode it a few more times, I would get used to it, but like, it just like lets go, and it feels like it's gonna, it never stop when it starts to dip down when it lets go at the top. That is very freaky. I definitely recommend that thing. And of course, I mean, you had to have a little bit of great tourism if you're a Wild West themed park. Modern carousel, but pretty nice. And look, you can ride the bull for free. Yeah, this is not an upcharge. You can do this for free. That's crazy. I am definitely not doing this because I will probably end up hurting myself and not be able to do the rest of the trip. So this does exist in the United States, but there are not many of them. They seem to be a lot more popular in Europe. They're fun to look at, but they're not that exciting. So I just love this area right here. Grand Canyon and this little car ride. So let's check out the Mexican section. So we have this Mexican hat ride. We have a Ferris wheel, which I am very tempted to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then of course more of these little horsey rides. So not a lot of theming, but pretty good. So very nice, very nice. I think there's one ride back here. Ah, okay. A little jump around themed to frogs. That mouse might be slightly politically incorrect, but oh well. So apparently kids in Europe are also smarter because look, no seatbelt. And they're doing fine. kid's like, I want to win, but the train's beating me. That's kind of a cool view of the hub. So, as we can see, not a very big park. Right, so this is going to do it from Fraispertuis, I don't know, City, whatever it's pronounced. Really enjoyed my time here. Only spent about 2 hours. Get here early and you can get everything done really quickly. You know, I rode the Loco 3 times, Grand Canyon twice. Would have probably liked to have done that more, but it's okay. Rode all 4 sides of the drop tower and had a really good time. Now, is it a full day park? I think if you have kids, yes, but for enthusiasts, no, there's no way. While it's a complete park, and I don't want to shortchange it, it does feel like one giant section of a park. If this was a Wild West section, it would be like the best Wild West section ever made. But would I come back here? I'd have to get some new coasters here first. Anyways, if you like what I'm doing here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, check out the playlist of the entire European Mega Road trip, and stay tuned for more vlogs.